All right, so guys, today we're talking about the change to V marketing that happened yesterday, August 22nd, 2024. If you're watching this after that, look for a more updated video in case there's been any changes. But this is addressing the changes that happened to V marketing and how V marketing is supposed to be run. Our very own Jacqueline Bellavia is going to show us her presentation. We are not going to be entertaining any questions and answers so that we can get a good, great recording. Jackie?
Thanks, Stace. Okay, guys, if I'm Jacqueline, y'all know me, you know my story. I may click off my video just simply so that we have enough bandwidth, Stacy, but we'll see how it goes. What I'm going to do first is I am going to actually share my screen. If I can figure out where to zoom this. Hold on. Going to dive right in to step 3 of the marketing. Okay. Can y'all see my screen, Stacey?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, you know, to Stacy's point, Roy has made some changes to the V marketing process. That's not anything unusual, quite honestly. I think the last time we did an overhaul on it was in March, maybe April. It is an ongoing evolution that is marketing. So get used to it, because just as soon as I give this presentation, something is going to change. So from this day forward, I want you to listen, and I want you to understand what you're supposed to be doing. But we're also going to point you in the direction of where the tools are. And as a business owner, we really want you to start to, you know, we're teaching you how to fish. Well, guys, let's start catching the fish, because that's how you are going to bring your business forward. Okay, because it is going to change. It could change next week. All right. So we're going to talk, like I say, I'm Jacqueline. I'm an MSI here. I've been here for 6 years. And so we're going to talk about the V marketing process as it is today. Okay. And I am a huge firm believer in pictures, okay? And so if your instructor is talking to you about RRR 247 V marketing, you have completed session 1, which is completing your anchors. Session 2, and this is very high level, but completing your kiosk. And session 3 is V marketing. So if you are at session 3 with your instructor, that's where you are. If you have not completed session 1 and session 2, make sure you're talking to you. I'm not going to say there's not exceptions, because there's always exceptions to the rule why somebody jumps ahead. Okay, you might have already known how to market. You might already know how to. But for the average person in RRR 247, you're going to go through session 1, session 2, and session 3. And session 3 is V marketing. Hear a lot of people talk about, what is V marketing? Oh, well, it's Bella Vita marketing. Oh, it's this marketing, guys. V marketing stands for Victory Marketing. Okay, that's what it stands for. And once you get to that part in the training, there is a huge training deck that your instructor is going to have you complete. It is called the V Marketing Training, rrr247.com/V marketing. It is your responsibility as a student to go through that and get yourself prepared to start to even add more to your business. You're working on your PBS, you're learning how to advertise. Now you're going to start recruiting. And when you start recruiting is when you're really going to start to build your business. Okay. So once you're going through the V marketing, you're going to do a couple of things. You're going to get an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement signed. It's going to be sent to you. You have to sign that. Guys, a non-disclosure agreement is almost like a contract between you and the Rickards, stating several things, and at a very high level, it's saying you're not going to steal their leads. You're not going to recruit their leads. You're going to abide by this system in order to use their leads. And we're going to talk about leads in a little bit, but that's what you're signing on for. They have been very generous in giving us free leads. That is gold. And I'm not going to get into that with this one. Okay. But just know that you're going to get an NDA. You have to get it signed and you have to get it back. If you're at this level and you have not signed an NDA, don't wait for your instructor or your MSI to hound you. It's your responsibility to know if you're going to start working leads and you're going to start building your business, you need an NDA and you need to start telling somebody you need one if you don't have one. Very important. Because he's so busy right now, he hadn't figured out that there's a lot of people working in this brand new CRM that don't have NDAs. But let me help you out. That's a huge risk for his company. If you don't have an NDA, you better get one. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the PBS Vortex. The PBS Vortex is new. I think Stacy said it. We launched it. We were in a prior system working leads. It was very manual. And Roy has spent years building what we call the PBS Vortex, which is a live CRM, which is built to run our business our way. Unheard of. He has worked for years to get this. It is a one-stop shop for growing your business and working leads. It's awesome. Okay. You need to invest in yourself and in your business. If you're going to be working these leads, you need to have access to the CRM. You need to be an active member of the PBS Vortex to start to build a business. Period. Not if you're getting ready to work leads, you're not in the PBS Vortex, you need to get there. Because all that tells us is that you're really not ready to start building a business and you are not following this system. Here. Another thing, and we talk a lot about this, is Roy and Tanya, as owners of this platform, give a lot to us as students and as they call partners, because you are a part of a proprietary platform being in RRR 247. When he has meetings for instructors on Tuesday night, show up. Show up. It's part of the system. It's part of what you agreed to grow your system and be a business owner. He's taken his time to do a meeting for instructors and you don't show up. That's very disrespectful, number one. And number two, that just tells us that you really don't want to build a business. And then for those of you, not that it's anybody on this call, but you're in the chat, well, I need this or I need that. And you weren't on the call, really? You're a business owner. Start showing up and doing what you need to do to grow your business. Next thing we're going to talk about is how it all works. And I took Rory's new V marketing and I kind of added a little bit to it. And everything we do is in a circular motion, right? And I know you're very visual. So I tried to break down each section so that you could see how it all ties together. And if one link is broken in this chain, it doesn't work. You're not following his system. You hear him say it a million times, guys. It's a system, not a suggestion. You do ABC, you get XYZ. Do what Roy does, get what Roy. Okay? It's not, he's not just saying that so tongue in cheek. It's the truth. So when we start out, and some of you may not know this, okay? And we're not going to talk a lot about this today because that's not really it's how V-marketing all starts, but there's a whole nother training that I'm going to do about his lead gen companies and how the whole RRR system works. Today, we're just going to hone in on the V-marketing piece of RRR too. So the number one, Rory and Tanya are, if not the largest lead generators on the internet, they're pretty dang close. They have been running lead gen companies for, I'm going to tell you, since the 80s, maybe 90s. Okay? They are very well known in that space. Rory, the leads that Rory's generating through these lead generation companies, actually, he used to sell to people. You hear Miles say it all the time about these. Rory and Tanya figured out several years ago how to take those companies and add that as part of their philanthropy to give students in the RRR 247 platform a hand up. It's gold. You never had to buy leads, they're not cheap. Okay, so they decided to give it to us to build our business. All they ask is that we work the leads in accordance to Rory's system, and then we pay it forward and teach people. It's a give and a take. That's all they ask. So when the leads are generated, and guys, they have leads coming in from all over the place. We don't even know. I don't even know. Matters not. But what I'll tell you is you're going to hear things like 101 leads, SD leads, fire leads, VIP leads, people on Goya. Some of y'all may not even know what Goya is. Okay? As the leads are coming in, leads age, they all come in at a certain funnel, right? And depending on what level you are in the platform is what leads you are allowed to work. It's quite simple. If you're brand new, is he going to turn you loose with one of his buyer leads? That's his reputation. Hell no, he's not. You're going to start cutting your teeth on the leads that are the least risk, period. Very smart businessman. Number one, he's giving you access to that. Don't take light of it. It's a privilege. Treat them like gold because that's what they are. Okay? Then as you move up through the systems and the rankings, and I'm not going to get into all that because that's for another day, but you have levels of what you can achieve here as far as you want to go. And as you go, you get access to more and more things. I'm going to touch on Goya just for a second. Goya, for those of you who do not know what it means, is get off your ass. Goya is a inbound customer service platform that is manned by students. I believe they allow people that are CSIs and above to answer the phone. These are people that are calling in to the platform, and we are customer service representatives, and that's all I'm going to say about them. Okay, that is a huge part of this as well. So you might hear about Goya, and as you know, you go through, you may have the ability to get on with it. That's all I'm going to say about that. So we have in this platform, you have the lead gen companies, and then when the leads come in, they come in different categories. You need to work with your instructor to know what category of lead you are able and allowed to work. Do not work a lead that you are not able and allowed to work. And we're going to talk about that and why in a minute. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is the PBS vortex. Goes hand in hand. Leads come in, they're getting loaded into the PBS vortex, which is a live database. You have to know what you are doing in this database, or you can mess up and cost Rory and Tanya a lot of money. So that is why it's so critical for you to go through the training, understand what you are doing, and follow exactly what he is teaching. And the people that are going to struggle the most with this are the people that are smart, the know-it-alls. Because they're going to look at this system and they're going to want to change this, or they're going to want to tweak that, or they're going to want to massage this because they think they know it better. Well, let me tell you the secret. You belong to a proprietary system of Rory and Tanya Rickards. You chose to join their platform. You're going to follow his protocols. The guy's been doing this for over 30 years. I think he knows a little bit about marketing and how to drive traffic and how to make money. You might want to pay attention. So we have the leads. You're going to get signed in. You're going to go through the training. You're going to learn how to go through the PBS Vortex and the live CRM. Guys, you're going to follow the system as you are instructed. Do not get in that CRM and go clicking around and doing this and unclicking this. Let me help you out. You can screw up a lot, and it can cost thousands of dollars. Go in there and do what you need to do as you're taught and get out. You're going in there to pull leads, assign them to yourself, and work them through the system, the process of the V-marketing system that I'm getting ready to show you. No more, no less. So after you have signed up for the Vortex, you pull your leads, and let's talk about pulling leads. Because you see Rory says it's going to pull 100 at a time. That's what you're going to work. Well, if you're brand new, I'm here to tell you, you can't handle 100 leads at a time. So don't do it. Start out little and grow. Make sure you understand what you're doing before you go to the next level. Because I'm going to tell you something. You mess up in here, you will lose your access, and there is no forgiveness. So be very careful about being in this system. There's no oops. Okay. Next thing we're going to talk about is you assign the leads to yourself, and you have an area in there, and it's called the Vortex. And so the leads are going to go into your Vortex, and you are going to send out text number 1 that is Rory approved, Rory written, and Rory paid the carriers to deliver these messages on our behalf. So don't change it. You're going to go through your leads. You're going to copy and paste text number 1 to every single lead. You pull 25 leads, you're going to send 25 texts of Roy's approved text. Do not change it. He's monitoring it. You change those texts, you're going to get kicked out of Roy. Number 2, you pull 100 leads, you're going to do 100 texts. Pull 50 leads, you're going to do 50 texts. Okay? Again, you're new at this, start low and build your momentum up. That's the advice I can give you. All right? You're going to go and you're going to do text number 1. When you are finished sending out text number 1 to your entire group of leads, you are going to, and I messed this slide up, you are going to, no, twice, I need to fix that. But anyway, you are going to call, very important, in our instructor call, and even as late as when Roy sent the new marketing, people are not doing this step. They're texting, but they're not calling. That's not an option. That's not an option. You text and you call. The whole point is you're trying to get this lead on the phone to help them with a solution that they have asked us to help them. Very important. You can't just text. You have to text and then you call. Once you have called every one of your leads, there is a number 2 text that is approved by Rory Rickard, that is approved by the carriers that you will use to reach out to your leads. Add anything, take anything away. Okay. Now, let's say that you sent text number 2 and they responded back to you, right? It's common sense, guys. Then you're going to have a conversation. There is no canned message to have a conversation with somebody. That's common sense. All right. So I send a text and somebody comes back to me and says, yes, I'm interested. I want to have me. There is no textbook text on how to answer that. You have to know how to talk to people. And you want to do it in a professional manner. Okay? So that's what we talk about when you start to converse with people. But you're going to send the text out and you're going to see if you get any responses. Any responses, you work on, you set up your meetings, you set up your BRTs, and all of that you are keeping records of, and you take copious notes. There should be no reason that we are going into a CRM card and not seeing a whole hell of a lot of notes if you're doing all this stuff. Okay, so you send out your next text. Then, oh, I went back. Then you're going to send the email. There is an approved email. It's called, titled, I Am Your Specialist. And yes, it has been updated. And that whole database, that whole lead group that you have been working. Okay. You send the email. Then you're going to call the leads again. 2 times. So you're sending 2 texts, you're calling twice, and you're sending an email. All this is designed to get them on the phone with you. That's where the gold is made. That's where the magic is made, is when you talk to them about the solution that we have. And I know I can look at your faces and we're going to talk about it. Well, when I send text one and then I call, when do I have to, how many days do I wait? Guys, if you're pulling 25 leads, you should be able to work 25 leads in a day if you are following Rory's system. If you're pulling 100 leads to work, that might take you a week. There's no secret sauce. The bottom line is you need to be getting the leads work as quickly as you can in this order so that you can go get more leads to keep your pipeline full. That's what you're trying to do. And the last thing is once you have done all of this and you still have not gotten a hold of them, they have not texted with you, they have not responded to an email, they have not answered your calls that you have made, then you're going to unassign the lead and you're going to put them back out in the pool for someone else to work. What you're going to do. We are talking leads. If you have spoken to these people and you have converted them to a customer, that is not a lead. That is your customer. You cannot unassign yourself from a customer, only a lead. Okay? Now, this looks real busy, but I did it so you could have it for when I'm not talking on this phone, okay? And I have one little thing that I need to, one little area here. I copied that twice and I apologize. But basically, you're going to have your CRM, pull your leads, assign them to yourself. You are going to text the leads. You're going to call the leads. You're going to email the leads. And then you're going to call the leads. Okay? You're going to text them again, email them, and call them, and then put them out to pasture. So let's go through that one more time. You're going to pull your leads, assign them to yourself in Vortex. You're going to send out the first text that's approved to Rory. You're going to call the leads. You're going to send out text number 2. You're going to email the lead. You're going to call the lead again. Once you have done all of this, you have not had contact, you unassign that lead, you put it back out, and you go to the next batch. Okay? He says this a million times, guys. He's not pulling any punches. This is his proprietary system. This is what you will follow to have access to his leads. You do not do this, he'll be the first to tell you don't want my leads. That's money. You are wasting his hard-earned dollars if you are not working this system the way he intended it to be worked. And just because, you know, you're a student and maybe you haven't bothered to come to the instructor calls, you might want to start coming because he does not candy coat this. This is a huge billion-dollar operation that you are involved in, that you have, that is given to you as to give you a hand up to build the business. Don't lose sight of what you have. And don't disrespect it. Follow it. But the cool thing is if you follow it, you're going to grow. And you're going to make money, which is exactly what it came in. So, let's talk about some helpful hints and tools because I could just see it now. Well, where's that template? Where's that SMS? Where's that email, Jackie? I don't know where the email is, Stacy. Guys, we get the same information that you get. He puts it out there and tells us where to find it. Okay, but I went a step further. This link, and I'm sure Stacey's going to share this with y'all, is the link to the updated SMS texting template, which is 2 texts now. Okay. Let me tell you a little secret. It's in the template of templates document that all of you have had access to since you've been here. But that's exactly where it is. But I'll put the link there anyway. Okay. Updated, I am your specialist email. I put the link here. You already got it because I believe somebody said Renee Chat had put it in the, I know we saw it in the MSI chat. So I know it's out there, but I put it here. All right. So if you read it, this is exactly what we wrote. All I did was put this in a slide. If you are not making 2 calls to each of the leads, you are not eligible to pull new leads. Period. You text, you call, you text, you email, period. Are you not eligible? And guys, he's watching. He has to watch. This is a lot of money. Follow it, or you're going to lose the privilege. It's as simple as that. Phone calls, this is kind of key. Maybe some of you don't understand this, and you've heard him say it. He had to physically pay to the carriers to deliver our texts so that they don't think we're spamming. That's why he had to get the text approved. There is a ratio that the carriers require text to call. Very important for you to understand. If we don't meet this criteria, they can say they're not going to deliver our text. They don't deliver our text. Remember, y'all used to get kicked out. For those of you who've been here, you had Google ads, Google Voice, and Text Now, and all of a sudden they just shut you off. They shut us off, guys. We don't have any way to work our lead. That's not anything to take light. It's telling you right here. The phone calls have to be 1 to 3 ratio. Make sure you're following the system to make sure that we're meeting that ratio so we don't get shut down. Get shut down, can't make any money. Next thing, and I threw this on here because he had it on here. When you're texting or you're working a lead, we've talked a lot about the phone number might have question marks in it. It may not be formatted right. So when you're going into your leads, check them. First of all, you're going to make sure they have ones in. If they don't have ones in them, you're going to put the ones in them, right? Then you're going to kind of check them. Well, I hate to be the first to tell you that we get bad emails and we get bad telephone numbers. People have a tendency to put bad numbers when they opt into opt-in forms because they don't want to be bothered. So when you are working a lead and you determine that you have a bad number, what he's telling you here is get rid of it. Take it out. You can put the number in the description, is explicitly like he said. You cut it, you copy it, you paste it in the description. I even add a note to the notes so the next person that might get the lead knows that the number's bad. There's nothing we can do about that. Go to the next one. There's a million leads in there. Go to the next one. Just move on. But do your due diligence to help the next person that might get. Okay. Now, I put this slide in here because we get a lot of them. And the process is pretty cut and dry. I mean, it's pretty set full, right? But we still get, and Tanya's talked about this, Rory's talked about this, to ignore these. Well, how many hours should I be devoting to V-marketing data? Guys, how serious are you about building a business? And that's the first question I ask. Are you here for hobby income? Are you here to change your career? Are you here for life? What is it? Something. 2 to 4 hours is a minimum. But according to Roy Rickard, if you work 2 to 4 hours a day on your V-marketing and you follow his system, you can probably make $500 to $1,000 a week. If that's what you're looking to make, that's what you need to do. But if you're looking to do the bare minimum and think you're going to make $1 billion, you're fooling yourself. You have to work. I don't know anybody in this world that has ever been successful and had a lot of money that didn't put a lot of hard work into what they were doing. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not the money's going to fall off the tree, because it's not. You have to do that. And this is just one part. That's 2 to 4 hours. When do I convert a lead into a customer? Maybe this is common sense. Lord has said it 100 times. Once you have made full contact with the person, they have responded to a text, you have responded back to them, you have spoken to them on the phone, they have emailed you, you have emailed. That is contacting a person. That is two-way dialogue. At that point, that's your lead. That's your customer. Now, when you upgrade, when you convert them to a customer, they are your lead forever. You cannot unassign yourself. Cannot. They are yours. But when you make full contact, you can claim that card, convert it to a customer, and it is yours. I don't know why that's so difficult, but that's what that is. Okay, how long do I have to work the leads I pull? Yeah, it's how quickly do you want to build your pipeline? How quickly do you want to work the leads? How many hours do you want to work the leads so that your pipeline's full, so that you grow? You grow. But we do have minimums. I would say if you're working 2 to 4 hours a day, 100 leads, you got to have them worked in a week. If you're pulling 25 leads, you should be able to work 25 leads in a day, maybe a day and a half. What he doesn't want is you're pulling the lead, you're doing the first text, and you're calling. And you may be working. We have a lot of people that do this part-time, okay? And you're waiting 2 weeks to do your 2 and 3 and your second call. No, that's not working a lead problem. You need to figure out if you're going to pull 25 leads, how you're going to work those leads within a week. That is plenty of time. Whether you're working, you're doing this part-time, you can get 25 leads worked in a week, okay? If you pull in 100 leads, you really should be able to get, you should be able to get 25 leads worked in a couple of days. You should be able to get 100 leads worked within a week if you're doing it right. And Stacey, you might correct me on that, but that's just what I think. Okay. Here we go again. Can I unassign myself from a customer card? The answer is no, you can't. No. If it's a lead, you can. If it's been converted to a customer, you cannot. What do I do if I make an appointment? So now you're working the leads and all of a sudden you get an appointment and freak out. Guys, The V marketing script, rrr247.com/V marketing tells you exactly how to VRT. Even has it in blue is what you're to do and what you're listening to from them. When I get this question, that tells me you have not been on any VRT calls, you have not been to any trainings that Rory Rickard has taught, and you dang sure have not read that document. Because it's all there. Everything we do is scripted down to exactly what you were supposed to do. So follow. What do I do if someone answers? Oh my God. Follow the V marketing script. It's all there. Every bit of it. Oh, for God forbid. I got through that. I got through the Keystone. I got through sending them a Go link. What do I do if I sell a PPF? Guess what? You're going to go from the V marketing script to the flow script. Roy Rickard has written every single thing out for you. That's the 2 documents. When you are starting to recruit, you're going to use the V marketing document and the flow script. Both. You should know them inside and out, upside and backwards, and you should be checking them often because he changes them. That is marketing. He never will stay stagnant. And just as soon as I get finished doing this, it's going to change. But we're going to, from this day forward, make sure that you know where to find the stuff, which we just gave it to you, and you're going to check it. You're going to step up and start to know where these things are because it's all there for you. You just have to do this. This platform is set up such that you don't even need an instructor really, if you just follow his steps. But if you want to go off on your own, then you're going to have a problem. So, I did this just because I just did, because I get this asked of me 1,000,000 times a day. Oh, did I ask? Can I unassign myself from a customer? Hell no, you can't. Pretty simple. If you converted it to a customer, it's yours. And Stacy, that's all I got. But I will say this, and Stacy said that we do get passionate, guys. We've been here for a long time, and we've seen the evolution of this system and what it's come to today, where we are today from where we started. It is light years. He and his wife have put in so much effort to get us where we are today. And so, yes, we are very passionate about making sure that the protocols are followed and making sure that the system is followed. And what's frustrating is for those that don't want to follow the system and then do this instead of this because you didn't follow this. That's very disheartening. And we get it. So I hope you learned a couple of golden nuggets here. I mean, I tried to spell it out, the what he wants and how he wants it done. Just make sure you're following it. I thank you for your time, and I am going to do another training, and I did this years ago, and it's on the whole RRR platform, including the flow, not just V marketing. This was just V marketing. And when you sell a PBS, you go to the flow. The other training that I'm planning on doing will incorporate that piece. And I hope that, the picture will help you see the steps that you're taking and just follow them and go grow your business. Thank you.